Good evening, desert wayfarers. Another question that I get asked a lot is, what is the cooking system that I use to essentially boil water in the desert? And as you can see, I use the same system that pretty much every other outdoor influencer and outdoor super influencer uses. So if you have checked out folks like Dan Becker, Darwin on the trail, Miranda outside, and Justin outside, we all, and I'm putting myself in that category, use kind of the same system, and that's a super light stove, and in many cases it's the MSR Pocket Rocket. And then we use, or I use at least, the Toaks 750 milliliter that sits right on top of that. After I get all the things moved out, it sits on top of that. And that's what I use to boil water. And then, I'll pour it into this 450 milliliter cup. So I drink out of that. Now, while I'm in the desert, there's very rarely times that I'm cooking out here. It's usually eating cold food because I don't need a hot meal. I don't need to boil water to do a rehydrated meal. And the problem with that also is in the desert, I just cannot carry enough water with me to justify making hot meals or rehydrated meals. So usually I'm eating and I can do a video on this of what I usually eat while I'm out here in the desert, but it's usually simple, prepared food that I can just eat without rehydrating it. It's worth for me to carry things like power bars, protein bars, although they require a lot of water, also beef jerky, or even a sandwich, something like that, that I do not need to rehydrate because I just can't afford to use the water in that respect. I have to conserve water, and the water that I have out here is primarily for drinking. Lots of survival experts will say that they forego eating food in order to conserve water. So in the same way, all I'm doing is boiling water for perhaps a cup of tea in the evening or a cup of coffee in the morning. That's all all the other water I'm using, I'm drinking for myself. So like I say, this is a very popular system with a lot of the ultra lightweight community, the thru hiker community. I use it also because I have to kind of mimic the thru hiker, the ultralight camper, because I am carrying so much water. So again, as I've mentioned in the past, I'm usually carrying 4 to 5 liters of water. That's, between 8 and 10 kilograms. So does that make sense? No, yeah. So about 10 pounds of water. So one liter of water is equal to 1 kilogram. So I usually carry 5 liters. That's 5 kilograms. That's about 11 pounds. So I have to kind of cut back on weight in other areas. And I do that with this system, the Toaks titanium pot and cup, and the ultralight MSR Pocket Rocket. So that's what I use out here. Keep on adventuring, my friends. If you have any questions about this gear or any other gear that I've talked about or I use in the desert, please drop me a line, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks a lot. Be safe.